Just my couch back here. Introduce yourself.
Yo, I'm Carcinogen.
Stop. This isn't funny anymore.
I'm JTB.
Alrighty, and I'm not having an identity crisis, so we'll go ahead and start the run in 3, 2, 1, go! Alrighty. So, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, this game happened. This is the PC version of Shadows of the Empire, which a lot of people probably didn't know actually existed. Most of you probably played it on the N64. But PC version came out a year later, and it's faster. I can play it at HD resolution, and just a lot of little things are different. I'll make sure to explain them along the way. So the first level is Hoth. You have to basically shoot all the enemies down, and there's 4 different waves of them with different enemies being introduced each time, just like it is in Battle of Hoth on Episode 5. But now we're going into Phase 3. The Phase 3 introduces the AT-ATs, and the game wants you to use harpoons and tow cable. But in the easy difficulty, it's actually faster just to shoot them down.
Dang, that doesn't look cool, though.
Might have done this wrong, actually. That's fine. Like I said, it's been a while, so I'm a little rusty. I don't exactly remember some little things. It's been a while, but it's okay. So yeah, that was easy.
Nice.
And
Wow.
this level is very important to do well because it's one of the only levels in the game that's like exclusively driven by execution. There's a lot of randomness in the game, but this is one of the ones you basically have pretty much full control over the entire time. So we just basically need to kill these enemies as quick as we can just by mashing as fast as we can. I can't mash super fast on the mouse because, I don't know, it's just kind of hard for me. But I want to give a shout out to a guy named Glassnock who can mash like he's superhuman. He also has the record for this game. He also is he's the real hero because I needed a completed save file so I could remap all my controls, and he came through and sent it to me on Discord, so shout outs to him. Can everyone clap for him real quick? Wow, you guys are...
I gave him 2 claps.
Thanks. That's really cool. Really helps him out. So yeah, that was Hoth.
I don't know, it looks like everything's still
Yeah, and
blowing
like
up.
all our efforts were great. We took out all the enemies and something still blew up the shield generator, so Hoth is kind of in trouble. So naturally, what we're going to do with Hoth being in trouble is go straight back to Echo Base because, you know, that's a good idea. But the real reason we're doing it is because we have to get our ship and get out of here. So the main portion of the game is going to take place on these on-the-ground levels like this. You're going to see me running diagonally for most of it because it's faster. And it's a little bit awkward. The controls for this game are very bad. They have not aged well whatsoever. Not that they were great to begin with, but on the PC version, they're even worse. The plus side is that you have full 8-way movement with WASD, which you don't have with the N64. But the downside is that the movement is really kind of janky. There's a lot of sliding, a lot more sliding than there is in the N64 version. This port, I'd like to believe, probably had about 10 minutes of playtesting put into it because there's just so many things that don't work really well in this. But, I mean, it's still faster, so we suck it up anyways. So yeah, we're done with the first half of this level.
Is it faster because of like frame rate, or?
It has to do with frame rate, mostly just because of frame rate. That changes a lot of aspects of the game. The load times are faster. There's absolutely no lag whatsoever. And you can do certain things quicker on the PC version as well. Like your general movement's overall faster because you can run diagonally.
So what are these different weapons that you're picking up?
Well, the main weapon we're going to be getting here is the Seeker. We're going to be basically using that for boss killing for the first 2 bosses of the game and other weapons later on. We're not going to be using them to deal with enemies for the most part. There's a couple times we might make an exception, but for the most part we're just going to deal with it with a blaster because on easy difficulty they die a lot easier with the blaster. On higher difficulties your blaster actually loses accuracy. Alright. Good stuff.
So who actually is the main character?
The main character is Dash Rendar. He's not Han Solo, but he's just another smuggler with a ship that's called the Outrider. It's not the Millennium Falcon. And he's just kind of a gruff protagonist who just wants to get the job done, you know, not like Han Solo. This game is actually very loosely based off of a book by the same title called Shadows of the Empire, and this game has almost nothing to do with the book. Like, all these things happening in the beginning of the game never actually happen in the book. But first up is the first like major boss fight. We're going to be fighting an ATST. So with the bosses, each one of them has kind of like a spot where they take more damage, and certain weapons deal more damage to certain enemies. And for the oh god, he's giving me bad RNG. Hello, hi, I'm right here. Oh god, that's not good. All right, so that was really unfortunate. Because of what he did, I missed a lot of my shots. But I mentioned the frame rate makes this game faster. The damage values of most of your weapons are significantly higher because of the frame rate, which is one of the biggest reasons why this is so much faster on PC.
I also noticed the lack of a crosshair when you're in first person. Like, how
There's
hard
never
is it?
been a crosshair in first person. But it's funny because in the N64 version, you want to run it in first person because it gives you lag reduction. All right, so we are out of here. Alrighty. So this is Asteroid Belt. This level is not very technical. You just kind of have to shoot a bunch of enemies. So we have to gun down a certain amount of TIE fighters and TIE bombers. There's no real way to speed it up. As a matter of fact, this is one of the most RNG dictated levels because you don't control how many enemies spawn at once. They'll usually spawn in waves of 3 or 4, but it's totally random. They usually spawn at a specific time, but how many come out at once is out of your control. Alright, so we're just going to be shooting them all. There's not a lot that's going on here. If you have a donation that you can read, go ahead and do that. I'm going to take that silence as a no. Also, you see those red space rocks? Those are challenge points. In this game, there's things you can do called challenge points. Collecting all of them gives you extra lives, but since this is an 8%, it's not necessary. But the plus side is you don't really waste time if you do it anyways here. So if you just feel like shooting the red space rocks, you totally can. You don't lose any time because of it. And even if I don't shoot these guys immediately, it's because it's so early on and they're all going to spawn at fixed times anyways. It's not going to waste any time. Yeah, the downside with this game is it's fun, but there's just certain parts of the game that are extremely tedious and slow, so it makes doing them over a little bit rough. And this level in particular, if you get bad RNG off of a good start, you can be 20 seconds behind because of it. So nothing's more fun than resetting on that kind of situation. Oh yeah, this is by the way, like I said, the ship we're using. This is the Outrider. This is the not Millennium Falcon.
It's much smaller.
Yeah, but according to the game lore, the ship is almost as fast as the Falcon.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that lore is not canon anymore.
You're right, it isn't. It is not. It is in fact not canon.
Not like the weapon on this ship.
What's up?
Not like the weapon on this ship.
The weapon on my ship?
It's a cannon.
Oh, you.
Ha ha ha!
That was almost funny. Anyways.
That was a pity laugh, by the way.
Yeah, so like he said, this game's not canon. It never was really, but people like to consider all the games canon for whatever reason, even though it was never officially declared that way. And that's kind of sad because some of the early Star Wars PC games have some really cool storylines and really cool characters. I don't think this is one of them, but things like Jedi Knight, characters like Kyle Katarn and stuff, those are pretty cool. Dash Render is just kind of a guy.
He certainly is a guy.
Alright, how many enemies do I have left? I don't have that many, do I? Yeah, okay, there we go. 3 more. Please spawn 3 at once. Alright, good.
Dude, nice.
So yeah, that was this level. Like I said, not a whole lot goes on. And I'd like to say that the next level is significantly more exciting, and that's because it absolutely is.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that is because we're going for a ride.
Oh, no.
See, this is Workmantel. This is the junkyard, and that's pretty accurate for this level because this level is actually garbage. But the main problem with this level is it's an auto-scroller, and here's the beautiful thing. Back when we ran this on the N64, this level takes 10 minutes long, but since we're on the PC version, it only takes 8. That's even more exciting.
Dude, you can do so much with that 2 minutes.
And the best part is, if you're ever going to do a run of this game, this is the time when anyone decides to show up in the chat when you're streaming it, because it'll be like, oh man, they're running this game I played as a child, this is going to be sick, and then they come into this. And they leave only 2 minutes afterwards.
So you said it only takes 8 minutes?
Only 8 minutes to get where I need to.
That's crazy. You know what takes even less time?
Lay it on me.
Donating to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital here.
You know what?
At
That is
Smash
a
the
great
Record.
idea. You have 8 minutes to do that. Like, just go ahead, please.
Yeah,
It
go
goes to
ahead.
great
It
cause.
won't take all 8 minutes, I promise. And if you want an example of that, Torquay donated $5, said, I don't know what's happening for the kids. Right now we're out here saving the galaxy, I assume. That's what psychoripper's doing. What's this guy's name? Like Dash Rodent or something? Dash Radio? Like, I don't know. But Navi the Terrible with a $20 donation, that's not terrible at all. That's great. Saying, I put in my 8 hours of work today, so here's some I can give to the kids. And then Mr. Poopy, $5, saying, very hyped to see M2K on commentary right now. You do look like a little bit like M2K, Joey. Has everyone ever said that to you?
More than I'd like to admit.
Right, right.
Back when I used to play Smash, like at tournaments, literally, there would always be at least one person who come up and be like, hey, you look like Mewtwo King's little brother. Like, that's just something that has always happened.
And actually, for one $5 million single donation, that's a lot, but if you do it, one $5 million single donation, the family of M2K will adopt psychoripper live on stream. So, $5 million single donation, make it happen, only if you want, you know, it's a free country, you're allowed, but it is for the kids. And if you want psychoripper to become a kid of the Mewtwo King family, then that is an option you have available to you. Just saying, up to you. Up to you.
And just for the record, he's absolutely okay with that.
He was probably the one who thought of it.
Yeah. He's probably the one
He's
who's
going
going
to
to
be
donate
he's
towards
gonna be
it.
the one who donates all of it. Well,
But yeah.
congrats on your new family.
So, if you look into the distance, you're going to see things popping in. This is the powerful advanced PC technology right here from 1997. This, like I said, is a port of the console version of the game, which they could have easily just done something about this, but they didn't. So in the PC version, you can actually turn off the fog that's supposed to compensate the draw distance, but I turn it off because it's just fun to look at this.
Dude, I love this like brown sky.
Dude.
Really brings out the color in the level.
Yeah. You see, that's light brown, and that's slightly darker brown right here.
Is this Gears of War?
No, it's not Gears of War. Yeah, this is, like I said, this is just unfortunately like a really long section. It does get cool after this, I promise. So if you have like the desire to go use the restroom or, grab a snack or, donate to St. Jude, this is a great time to do it.
So is there actually anything going on in this level that
You
have
are right.
to do?
Okay, so you're just supposed to ride the train to the end.
No.
Is there anything you could do to make the run easier? Like, is there any pickups you have to get, or?
I can do this.
Okay, well,
I can shoot
I'm
him
impressed.
too. Look at that. That's cool.
Well,
Hey,
that guy's dead.
psychoripper.
Yes, sir.
Just to be clear, because we're doing some work over here, so I lost video for a second. For that entire time, you were still just riding the train, right?
Yes.
Well, you know what train we're riding?
What are we riding?
The donation train.
Oh my goodness.
We got a $2 donation from Big Buffalo saying Hugo's 80 years old. That's from the Smash community, but I just want to throw that one out there. If you know any 80-year-olds named Hugo, that's a personal shout out to them. Or if you know anyone named Hugo who might someday be 80, like that one's for you. If there are any kids at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital right now who are, named Hugo, we're doing this so you can live to be 80. That's why we're out here. So do it for Hugo. Hugo and donate. That was a pun. Please, that was a pun. That was good. Mute me.
Ha ha ha! That was another pity laugh.
It was good.
So yeah, you can see the one thing that's kind of cool about the junkyard is there's a bunch of different, Star Wars things scattered throughout it. Like that's a shuttle right there, and earlier there was a ATST or an AT-AT, and there's just a bunch of random stuff like that scattered throughout.
This really just doesn't seem like a fully designed level.
It's very fully designed, actually.
Yeah, it's 8 minutes long, don't you know?
So fun fact, this is actually a lot faster on the harder difficulties like Jedi, but Jedi difficulty is ruthlessly unforgiving and really broken at times, so there's a good reason we're not running this on Jedi difficulty because it's just a very bad game. Like, honestly, like, people are always going to... Okay, I'm going to go on a tangent here for a second about this game.
Oh, here we
So
go.
a lot of
Time.
people, okay,
Here we go.
a lot
Everyone
of people,
sit
when you
back.
talk about Shadows of the Empire, they're going to be like, oh man, that game was awesome, I played it as a kid, the N64 is the greatest console ever, and that's all wrong. So... If you think it's good, you're literally only thinking of the Hoth level, because that level's actually great. Everything else just kind of is janky and not very good. You have an 8-minute train right here. You cannot justify this being, like, enjoyable.
Actually, it was 10 minutes on the N64.
And it's even worse on the N64.
There you go.
And then on higher difficulties, I really don't think they play tested the game at all, because there's just some things that just are absolutely nonsensical. Like, enemies will just kill you instantly. The very last level, if you don't have at least 15 lives, you can't survive the first part of it. because there's a ton of enemies coming at you and you can't hit all of them. What? Oh god, the game just ate my jump input.
All right, well,
Oh no.
I'll see you in another 8 minutes.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be even longer. I love this so much.
Is this
The game literally ate my jump input. Like, he looked like he was jumping and then he just kind of stopped. I don't know what happened there.
Is this level faster on higher difficulties?
Yes, this is a lot. The train is significantly faster to the point where it's actually really hard to jump from train to train.
Wow.
So I think it's appropriate time to ask you,
Yes.
why do you speedrun this game?
You know, that's a great question. It was purely out of nostalgia back in the day, and it was just something to try out. And you know, it's got its moments. It's fun when you're not doing this. Like, honestly, like I said, the game gets really cool after this level.
It's a test to see how far you'll go to enjoy the actual game.
Exactly. I mean, I know that there are shadows of the Empire that need to be stopped, and we are going to be the light that illuminates the shadows from the galaxy. Oh yeah, that's a sandcrawler. Seriously, how did I lose? Like, I'm really upset that I died. Like, that's retarded.
Whoa.
What?
It's okay. You can do it.
There we go.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. That really helps me out.
Every clap counts.
Every clap counts, indeed.
Do you have a sec for a donation?
Oh, I absolutely do. I probably have at least 2 more minutes for donations.
Ride that hype train to STR, you rebel scum. It's a rebel scum's choice.
All right. I'm gonna put that towards if it hasn't been met. Let's do the melee home run contest thing
That's
because
from Steel Thunder.
oh, hi Steel Thunder. But yeah, put it towards the melee home run contest thing because that's pretty cool. And if I were to recommend anyone to donate towards something, I would choose that, honestly.
Is it only Nair Falcon?
The only near Falcon, yeah.
Yeah.
So the good news is we're almost at the end of the train ride.
Wow.
The bad news is we're still not at the end of the train ride.
So I've been meaning to ask, because it's been a long time since I played this game.
Yeah?
What do those challenge points do again?
I mentioned it earlier, but basically there's a certain amount of challenge points in
listening.
each level, and just collecting them gives you extra lives at the end. And if you collect every challenge point in the game, you get like an unlockable secret at the end of the game.
Is it him in a bikini?
What's up?
Is it him in a bikini?
No, that's only if you beat it on hard difficulty. On easy difficulty, you get a really awkward camera mode.
Dang, why are we doing a hard difficulty?
But each difficulty gives you a unique secret you can unlock. Which none of them are particularly great, to be honest. Sorry to ruin that for everyone.
Has anyone routed 100% of this?
Yeah. It's actually, I honestly really like 100%. It's a really fun category.
I'm shutting off the auto brake. Prepare for impact.
All right. Just everybody pay attention. This is really important.
Oh.
What are you guys' favorite Star Wars movies, by the way?
I really like the Christmas special.
Oh, that's a classic.
I was going to say that as a joke, and then I thought better of it.
All right, so this is IG-88. This is a bounty hunter, like, droid. He's a little bit random. Hopefully he gives us a somewhat good pattern. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get a quick kill on him because I'm a few seekers short because I screwed up the ATST fight at Echo Base. All right, so he's got a little bit more health than I would like, so we're just going to hide out in this corner and give him the business when he ever comes over here.
Does that also take 8 minutes?
No. His health is dropping significantly faster than that.
Nice. Big time save.
All right, sweet.
Nice.
So that went pretty good considering I couldn't get the quick kill on him, honestly. All right, so now we're going on to Gull Spaceport. A lot of people probably remember this level too because it's very big. But
Yeah, it's actually my favorite level.
it's a really fun level. So this level also introduces the jetpack about halfway through it, which is going to be very useful for some really hot speed tech we're going to do. But here's where one of the other things that makes the PC version of this game terrible is the physics on this level are really, really awkward, and you will start randomly sliding on various like cliff sides. So you got to be really careful because sometimes once you start sliding, you don't stop. It's like Dash Rendar decided to like coat his boots with like butter or something before he came in here. And it's funny that these slippery, like, ice-like physics are on this level rather than, like, Hoth, you know?
Well, they don't call him Dash for nothing.
Alright, so I'm going to be a little careful here just so I don't fall.
Yeah, it's so awkward doing platforming.
It's
on
really,
this.
yeah. It's really awkward. Like I said, the controls aren't terribly great for this game, so that definitely doesn't help.
So Chops asks, are there good video games here?
Yeah. There's,
Just not this one?
if you like Star Wars, I'm going to be doing Star Wars Dark Forces tomorrow morning. That's a good game.
It is a good game. We just had Beyblade. That was a great game.
Beyblade was pretty awesome, not going to lie. Shoutouts to Chrism and the crew. Y'all killed it.
They ripped it.
They did rip it.
Is that why they call you Rip Chip?
No,
No,
but...
they call him the official Rip Chip 69.
Alright. Alright, so now I don't have to worry as much about the sliding. This is like the last major part for it. So another thing people might have noticed about this game versus N64 is that the music is like longer. It's not the same loops. And it's actually like orchestra quality of the, or CD quality.
That's actually
rather
really
than
cool.
really compressed N64 stuff. The downside to this is actually Star Wars music, so that these videos are probably going to get, like, muted now.
Not if we sing along with it.
How are you going to sing along to this?
I'll let you know when I can hear it.
Can you not hear it?
We just hear.
Is this just the Imperial March?
No.
No.
I mean, we can sing the Imperial March the whole time.
Alright, so my health is low here. That's good. Because we're going to do, we're going to hit this switch and then just jump.
Rip Deathless.
And that lets us death warp to that checkpoint.
Dude, I love that screen.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Come on. There we go. Oh god, my game just got really loud.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, Star Wars music is classic, but I don't want to deafen myself to it. Alrighty, I'm gonna get this health just for safety. I don't really need it, but whatever. Marathons. So yeah, if you have another donation, we can probably squeeze in one if you have it.
Unfortunately, there are no donations right now. So
That's a shame. You guys should change that.
please get your donations in Tiltify/event/Smash the Record 2017, or just click the link in chat, which just makes it way easier.
So yeah, this is the jetpack. It controls really awkwardly, and instead of like thrusting super fast and flying all over the place, you're just kind of awkwardly floating.
Shout out to these textures, though.
Oh yeah, they're great. Like I said, really, really quality PC port.
Is there supposed to be fog here too?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Any place that you see things popping in like this, there's probably supposed to be fog.
Plus the complete lack of a floor, too.
That's a beautiful mono-colored floor.
All right. I haven't done this in a while, so I'm just going to be a little safe. Like I said, I haven't played this game in months, and the last time I did any present was a while. So I'm going to be a little safe here. Because if I die, I have to do this whole thing over again. This flying section, I mean, not like the level or anything.
Dang, I really want to see the start again.
And that's the pulse cannon. The pulse cannon is actually super broken. It does a lot of damage on the PC version because the frame rate is so much higher. Don't mind me.
Yeah, what was that about right there?
That's a glitch called it's the deadfish glitch, as somebody apparently codenamed it.
Appropriate name.
Yeah. And basically what happens is you can sway back and forth with your jetpack, and if you turn off your jetpack while you're swaying, it'll like fling you to the side, and if you do that against a wall, it'll send you upward really fast. And that's going to be really important because we're about to use it in a very interesting way right here. So hopefully this doesn't go super awful. Alright, so just going to fly up here for a bit.
Oh no.
So normally there'd be fog here.
Yes, there would be fog here.
Wait. You mean to tell me there's not supposed to just be a void?
Alright, so we're just going to fly our way over here. Hopefully we get the right trigger for this. Yep, there we go.
Nice.
So now we're at the very end of the level. We literally just flew straight to it because there's like some weird trigger that is at the top of this level, and because you can use the dead fish glitch to go higher than you're supposed to go,
I think I
You
saw
can
something like that
actually
in
abuse
Sonic
that.
06.
I mean, this game is probably on par with Sonic 06, to be honest. Alrighty. So now we're going to fight everyone's favorite Star Wars character that has been killed in so many Star Wars games, it's ridiculous. I'm pretty sure Boba Fett just doesn't know how to die.
Is that actually Boba Fett?
That is actually Boba Fett. You want verification? I'm about to shoot him. Pay attention. Look, that is literally Boba Fett. All right, so I missed my shots, so he's going to fly away. It's kind of a problem. Oh, don't do this, please. There we go, okay.
Oh, I love that spinning, though.
So yeah, the pulse cannon's really powerful, and if it wasn't very, apparent with that fight, just wait till you see what happens here. There we go.
Nice.
Yeah.
For the record, it does a lot of damage. Like, even though values are higher on higher difficulties, they still do a lot of damage. So this is Mos Eisley Beggar's Canyon. If you get motion sick really easily, you might not want to watch this level.
Now this is pod racing.
This is my favorite level in the game.
This level is really fast already, and it's even worse when it's at 60 FPS, so it's really hard to control. If you guys watched the F-Zero run that happened earlier at this marathon, this is pretty on par with that. You're driving really fast through some really tight turns. But what we're supposed to do here is we're supposed to kill all these swoop bike gang members before they get to Luke Skywalker, because Luke Skywalker, a Jedi Knight, is not capable of defending himself against thugs in the this part of the Star Wars universe. But what we did instead was we killed the very first enemy, and on easy difficulty there's a weird bug where if you kill one enemy and just manage to get past all of them after a certain point, they're just going to kind of stay in one place. So we don't have to kill them. It has something to do with how the game wants you to go one enemy at a time. But it only works on the easy difficulty.
Do you know if you go any faster in the hard difficulty?
You don't, actually.
Oh, okay.
You move the same speed, but on harder difficulties it's worse because you can't do that bug, so you have to kill all the enemies. And the fun part is if you are going at a certain speed and you run into walls on hard difficulty, you will die.
Wow.
So it makes it very difficult on hard and Jedi difficulty. And on Jedi difficulty, this level is even better because it becomes nighttime instead. So everything is really dark. Like I said, this game is full of really, really good level design choices sometimes. And may have it at least 10 minutes of playtesting put into it. You know, I say all this crap, but I'm still playing the game because I still think it's fun. It's not my favorite Star Wars video game, though.
It's no Lego Star Wars.
It's not Lego Star Wars, you're right. Lego Star Wars is actually really fun.
Yeah.
But I really like Star Wars Jedi Outcast. That's a really good game. So is Star Wars Rogue Squadron, as well as Rogue Squadron 2 Rogue Leader for the Nintendo GameCube. But there's also a really large amount of Star Wars games that are really bad, like Star Wars Episode 1 for the PlayStation 1. As well as Jedi Power Battles, that's a pretty bad game too. Star Wars Shadows of the Empire for the N64, another really bad one.
But not for the PC.
Oh no, yep. It's funny because there's actually a PC version of Rogue Squadron as well. And that one's cool, but the camera's kind of bugged in that version of the game, so it's really hard to play.
So this is a pretty drastic shift in scenery. Where are we at now?
We're in the Imperial Freighter Suprosa is what it's called.
Suprosa. Oh yeah, this is my favorite level.
Oh shoot, hold on. I gotta take care of these guys. Yeah, this level's kind of cool. There's not a whole lot of glitches or anything that happens in this level. There's actually a cool glitch you can do if you play the N64 version.
Why are you shooting R2-D2?
That's because he's not R2-D2.
It's R2-D3. Thank you very much.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
His evil
I mean, if you understood Star Wars, obviously you would have known that. Alright, so yeah, this level's pretty straightforward. We're just trying to get to the end. There's one really cool section with boxes and stuff, but this level's also got a little bit of randomness with enemy behavior that's kind of hard to deal with at times. Any donations?
I think we need to bring that Beyblade back up here. That was taking in the money. Just have it up here during every single run.
I was kind of hoping that Spike would just stay and play with it the entire marathon.
He's probably taking it back to his hotel room and playing with it right now.
We actually do have one donation.
Oh, yes.
We have a $10 donation from Kaijeni. This game was one of the first video games I ever played. It has not aged well, but I have fond memories of it.
Yeah, I do too. All right, hold on 1 second. So we have to hit specific switches here. I think it's this one and this one? I hope it's the right one. It's been a while since I've done the any percent route, so. That was absolutely not correct. Let me fix that. Is it that one? Why did it do that? All right, hold on. I actually can't believe I don't remember this. That's pretty bad.
It's kind of a weird puzzle, though. I'm not
That's
gonna
right.
lie.
Okay, I know what I did wrong. It's the middle one here. Like I said, it's been a while since I've done any percent. You do a completely different switch arrangement on a 100% difficulty.
So you're saying this isn't a world record run?
This is very far from a world record run. This guy. I deserve that, though. My health was really low.
Are you just supposed to find out the right like combination via trial and error? In
Kind of, yeah.
normal gameplay?
Like, if you're playing this casually, that's probably what you'd have to do. It's been a while since I played this casually.
What happens if you just open up every single one?
What's up?
What if you just open up every single one of them?
Then you just open up every one of them. That's it. You can't actually do that. You can only do one door per row.
Oh, okay.
All right, so this is a cargo loader droid, a really tough boss right here.
I think we have something like that here at STR. It's called Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Rock'em Sock'em Robots is pretty tight.
Dude, that's like the Rock'em Sock'em robot you pay to get ahead of the competition.
Yeah.
Pay to win.
All right,
robot.
so yeah, this level's over.
Dang. I was really enjoying that level.
The next level coming up is actually one of my favorite levels. It's the sewer level. This is a very notorious one.
Hey, that's my favorite level too.
There are some really unpleasant noises you're gonna hear at some point really quickly here, so just be ready. I gave you a warning. Oh shoot, I tried to do a fast fall there, but it's a little bit picky, so I missed it.
Honestly, this level scared me a lot as a kid, just like the underwater
Yeah.
sections.
So fun thing about Star Wars and like its number of video games that exist for it, every like Star Wars game has this really radically different interpretation of what a Dianoga is, which
What's
is
a
really just the
Dianoga?
sewer monster that appears in episode 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in the sewer sequence, you know, when they're about to get crushed.
All right.
All right, but this one is, while it looks not very intimidating, just wait till you hear it.
Yeah, that's intimidating.
Yeah, it's just a little tentacle monster that makes dinosaur noises.
It's pretty spooky.
It's very spooky. Yeah, this is one of those like early date, like mid to late 90s, like nightmare fuel things you'd have in video games. Which way am I going? This is the right way? No, this is not. Okay, hold on. Like I said, it's been a while since I've done any percent. I had to remember where I'm going. Reminder again that I literally am just doing this to fill in for another run for somebody who couldn't make it. I also want to give a shout out to all the people who've been doing runs and anyone who's submitted to Smash the Record. You guys are actually really cool. This year's lineup has been super awesome so far. And it wouldn't be possible without you guys.
Well, thank you.
Matter of fact, clap for all the runners who've done stuff, really. They've been phenomenal.
All right, we got the claps. Just me and you.
Nice.
It's fine.
All right, so now we're going to swim, and by swim I mean we're going to go through this murky water with a jetpack, because that's how you swim in this game. I don't know whose decision that was, but I definitely do not agree with it.
He can hold his breath for a very long time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that's because, you know, he's breathing Star Wars oxygen, which is a little bit different than, you know, ordinary Earth oxygen.
Well, I can't say I don't know the science of the Star Wars universe too well.
You found the force field deactivator.
Alrighty,
Nice, you
so
did
we're
it.
just going to zip up there again. Don't worry about it. We gotta wait on this cycle, unfortunately. So we just picked up a thing to specifically deactivate these. There's actually like a task strat for the N64 that lets you go out of bounds, but nobody knows how to recreate it. So it's kind of weird.
Sounds like cheating.
But like, out of bounds on the PC version is very hard to accomplish. And usually if you accomplish it, it's because something bad's about to happen. Usually like that means a soft like's going to happen. But coming up here is a very particular boss. And we have a weapon that's going to deal with him very quickly. This is, remember those Dianogas I was talking about? The little ones? Yeah, there's a...
There was little ones?
Yeah, just wait till you see this one.
Oh my.
See, this is straight up nightmare fuel.
All right, so we're just... This is a little bit scary, so we're just going to deal with this guy as quick as we can. Beautiful noise, by the way.
What'd you just do?
I just fired a disruptor at him, and it did so much damage it killed him instantly.
Yeah, he's very dead looking right
Yep.
now.
Yeah, he's kind of creepy. So we just gotta wait for this thing to open up.
We're gonna hide inside of Dash to not look at it.
Yeah, exactly. You say it's hiding, I call it vicariously living this adventure through him. But anyways, this is Shizor's palace. This is like the palace of the main villain of this whole series, which never actually like really appears in the game other than cutscenes. But this is the last mission we're gonna play with Dash on the ground like this. The final level is a flying mission. This one's really one of my favorite levels. It's got really cool music. It looks really cool. The layout's really nice.
Yeah, I love Cheezor's Palace. It's really cool.
Cheez-Its?
Cheez-Its. He's my favorite cheese sword. There's
I
also
don't
these
know
new
either.
droids here. But again, this level is just more or less the same thing, just trying to get through it as quickly as we can. Because, you know, it's a speedrun, I guess that kind of is pointless to say.
Aren't you supposed to be like rescuing Leia in this stage?
No.
Okay.
Leia and all them are actually doing their own thing while we do this.
I've actually read the book, and
did?
I do know the lore behind this game
Really?
for the most part.
I have the book. I don't think I ever really read the whole thing.
Is there a Leia equivalent in this game?
Nope.
I know she gets taken prisoner by Cheezor at some point.
That's never actually something that happens in the game. Like I said, the game is very loosely based on this.
Well, I'm disappointed.
I am too. Now that you
So
mentioned
why
that,
are you even here then?
to stop him, we're going to blow up his palace.
What did he do?
A lot. Don't worry about it.
I mean, he named himself after a Cheez-It. That's pretty bad in the Star Wars universe.
Alrighty. You got any new donations?
Hook us up with them donations.
We're just chilling for now. Feel free to donate. Lots of good incentives coming up. We got the... I don't know if the blindfolded Mike Tyson's Punch-Out's been met yet, but
I think it is, but
I think it has, yeah.
I actually don't think it
I
has.
hope it has,
we
because
have
that
Melee,
is
Home Run
legit.
Contest, Narrow only. We have Cluster Truck Twitch integration. That's only a $50 incentive, and that's going to make that run so much more entertaining. We've got Mega Man 2 Hard Mode. There's a lot of good stuff on here. Borderland 2 Face Big Shooty. I'm not sure what that is. I think it's a side quest.
Yeah, it's a specific side quest in Borderlands 2. I don't really want to spoil it, though.
Okay.
come on,
Which one
get
is
up.
it?
There's
What's it
lots of
called?
good stuff
It's
on
real
here, though.
good.
So what we're trying to do here is plant pulse bombs to blow this place into basically oblivion. But,
Yeah, you can tell by how the texture changes, just randomly.
yeah. Alright, so we're coming up on the final, like, real boss of the game. Because there's not really a boss in the last level. And I'm going to try and go for a really cool glitch here. Probably won't get it, but
I have
worth-
faith in you.
thanks, man. Really helps me out. Yes, I got it. All right.
Nice. So what is that glitch?
Oh, just wait. So this is the gladiator droid, by the way.
Wow.
And something's going to look a little weird here.
I can't tell. Is there something I'm supposed to see?
Yeah, I'm inside there.
Oh,
Oh wait, there's a thing in the middle of the screen there.
Yeah. So what I did is I hit the switch before the elevator fully went down, and the elevator's ceiling kind of got stuck. So you basically have this massive pillar in the middle of the room. Also, I hope you like the color orange. I kind of died in the middle of killing that boss, so... where's he at? Alright, I'm gonna just unload on him.
Just murdering like each body part one at a time.
Alright, so yeah, that was the gladiator droid. Now we're on the last level of the game. This is, again, doing this kind of thing right here. It's an auto-scroller. It's about 3 minutes long. And all we really have to do is shoot these enemies to kill time. And how many you kill doesn't actually impact the game whatsoever. It just gives you extra lives. The real speed tech doesn't happen until this is over.
So what kind of a control scheme are you using for this?
What?
What kind of control scheme are you using for this?
I am using the mouse and keyboard.
What's
But I use the mouse pretty much for this turret section because there's no need for the keyboard.
So it's like you move the mouse up and the cursor goes up, right? Like
Kind of, yeah.
It's not like
Do you
want to
try it out, JTB?
I don't know. You're kind of killing this run, so I don't want to infringe on that.
Kill the run. Kill the run.
Well, what if I told you no matter what you do, it's not going to affect the run whatsoever?
I feel like I'm still going to find a way to screw it. I think the game's just going to crash as soon as I touch it.
Well, fine.
I mean, if someone wants to donate some money, like let's make that a donation incentive. If you donate 50 cents, I'll do this segment.
I don't know if 50 cents will show up.
Donate an entire
He's gonna
dollar.
show up on the screen right now.
We actually do have a donation.
Is it 50 cents?
No.
What is it?
We have a donation from the Lemon Fairy, putting this toward finishing off Silent Hill Homecoming UFO ending.
Nice.
Thanks to all the great runners and Smash the Records team for putting this awesome event together for a good cause.
That's another good incentive is UFO ending, honestly. That's pretty cool stuff.
So what runs are you guys looking forward to?
What's up?
What runs are you guys looking forward to coming up?
Well, I think there's a lot of good Mario games happening.
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
be
that's
pretty cool.
tonight.
There's an entire Mario block.
There is an entire block dedicated to Mario.
I'm looking forward to Tony Hawk Underground.
I'm also looking forward to, what is it? Lovage is running Half-Life 1. That's a really sick speedrun. If you have never seen a Half-Life speedrun, I highly recommend checking it out.
Yeah, Half-Life is pretty wild.
I'm a sucker for old PC speedruns, so...
That
Half-Life
engine's
is-
real good.
Yeah. Oh, they killed both of them. Nice.
Nice strat.
Strats.
Do you have like a limited amount of seekers in the stage, or
What's up?
the seekers that you're using? Do you have like
You only have... So the way it works with a ship is you only hold 5 at a time, and then once you use all 5 of them, it has to reload them, which takes a few seconds. And all they do is just make shooting these easier. Because aiming and hitting these things is a lot harder than it looks. But the only place you really need the secret or the missiles in this level is at the very end.
Oh, so this level isn't just shooting these guys off in the distance?
No, believe it or not. You see that over there? That's a
Whoa.
Star Destroyer
Yeah, that
slowly
is a
moving
Death
in
Star.
towards. Where is it at? That thing over there in the distance. It's kind of hard to see, but we'll get there close soon. But that's the skyhook. I don't actually remember what it does, but it's something we got to stop.
So it doesn't look like he's friends with the Empire, is he?
No, he kind of, like, the whole premise is like Shizor is like working with the Empire, but he really, unlike what the Empire wants to bring Luke to the dark side, he actually just wants to kill Luke Skywalker.
Dang.
He actually works for like a criminal organization in the Star Wars universe called Black Sun, I think is what it's called.
I feel like I've heard of that.
Yeah. Oh, come on, please hit him. I just need one more. There we go. Boom. All right. This is an official run now.
Oh, really?
All right.
45 minutes and we got a real run going.
Alrighty, so this is the last part of the game.
You better take over the ship. We've reached the skyhook.
So the first thing we have to do is take out all these turrets, and then we can fly into the center of the skyhook.
attacking Shizor's base and us. Destroy the turrets at the end and
Alright,
become
so
of the station.
it just comes down to shooting fast because the turret health regenerates for whatever reason. I don't know what decision making behind that is, but you have,
I mean,
and for
given
whatever
everything
reason you
else
have to
in the
take out
run.
the turrets to get in the center. You see that little blue column there? It disappears once the turret's been destroyed.
Sounds like they should have spent more than 10 minutes game testing this.
Yeah.
That does it for the turrets. Now fly inside and destroy the reactor.
All right, so
that
now we
Luke
got to destroy the
Skywalker?
reactor core. You might have seen something like this in other Star Wars movies and games at some point.
Who was that talking to you over the radio?
That was Luke Skywalker, I think.
Nice.
He's a little different. You're going to see how different Luke Skywalker looks. And time's coming up soon, so be ready on that.
God, this movie is so
And
awkward.
time. Alrighty. Wow.
Dude, nice world record.
44:58's not really a good time, but I mean, it's good considering I haven't played this game in God knows how long.
It's underestimate.
It is underestimate. That's the important thing. I don't look
10
like a
minutes
fraud.
underestimate. Nice.
Alrighty, so now you get to see the best part of the PC version, which are these cutscenes. They're actually pre-rendered cutscenes in the PC version.
It's missing part of the screen.
Yeah.
So they even bother to like render. Oh my god.
He was such a great pilot.
Wow.
I know Luke, but he didn't die in vain.
That's some KOTOR
Thanks
stuff.
to him, the Alliance no longer has anything
That's an
to
insult
fear
to
from that
KOTOR.
threat. And the
Dude, they
Imperial
should have
computer
hired
he
the
captured
people
is
that did
being
this
decoded
for
right now.
Leia's
It may
appearance
well
in Rogue
contain
One.
information worth the price he paid
That's
with
way
his
more
life.
realistic.
Yeah, the cutscenes in the PC version all look really bad. I like the N64 version ones a little better. But yeah, that was Shadows of the Empire.